I did say there are some parts of the Fox Disney deal that were very lucrative as far as what they're going to do with some of the stuff they gain as far as their entertainment division. Now, recently, if you haven't noticed, this is the 40th anniversary of the movie Aliens. And this past weekend, there was a lot of the IFC was running a marathon of a lot of the movies. Also, IGN every Friday, it seems like they are showing their. I think it's a couple, like 5 or 6 movies that were mini movies that were created. They're very short. I think they're in the 20 minute range that were made, and they're showing them I think once a week. And these are made by different people. And I've seen the first two; they're pretty good. I mean, they're different aspects. They're nothing to do with Sigourney Weaver, as far as I could see from the first two. They're very good stories. As far as I could see, the first two. The first one I loved on there. The second one, that one I had a good laugh with on that, especially the ending on that one. We'll see with the third one this week, but you're looking at the title and saying, "What? Get to the point, Zane. Get to the point." You keep jumping around a little bit. Well, the point is that basically at CinemaCon, the word has leaked out that basically Disney is not done with several franchises, including the Alien franchise, and they plan to make new movies from the Alien franchise, including the Covenant series, the regular Alien series. I think they're going to still go on with some of the stuff Ridley Scott wanted to do, and that's a good thing. Um, the last couple of Aliens, they haven't been that great, but they haven't been bad either. I mean, I like the stories themselves. They could have been better. The Prometheus, the Covenant. Actually, Covenant I did enjoy a lot. Prometheus could have been better. Um, but nonetheless, I've always loved this series. And, when I was a kid, I got taken to see this, and the first time I saw this when I was a kid, I had nightmares of this thing. It was pretty scary when I saw this way back in the 70s, and and it's kind of funny. That's like the years you had some big stuff. You had Jaws, you had Star Wars, and then nobody really talks about the Alien franchise then. And basically, I think it was like '79. This came out. Was it? It's kind of strange that this is not mentioned in the history. Most of the time, when people talk about history, they're always talking about Jaws. They're always talking about, like I said, Star Wars and Raiders and all these other movies in that little short time span between '75 to '85. That 10-year span, that period. And nonetheless, the alien creatures it's a brilliantly made movie. I mean, you didn't have to show much, like in the first one, and basically you ramped it up to when you got to the second one. You had so much in there that just people were just so excited. And a lot of people today says there's not enough women that are basically in movies that are their heroes and stuff like that. And I tell them, I says, you better go back and look at Alien, because Sigourney Weaver did an excellent job. Even though the last, let's see, Alien 3, Alien 4 didn't do well, but they were good stories as well. And I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do with this next. Because basically, as a franchise, it's a frightening creature. I mean, if you never seen Alien, and I know there's a couple people out there that go like, "Oh God, please, Zane, I don't watch these kind of movies." Watch it. If anything, watch the first one and come back and talk to me then. Because basically, to be caught on a spaceship with some creature hiding in the darkness and lurking around, and you say, well, I've seen that in many other movies. Yeah, but most of those movies got it from Alien. and the ones that came before Alien that were almost similar, which is not many at all, were just very, very terrible as far as in the making, whereas Alien was extremely well made, you know. And Ridley Scott, I always give it to him. He can make a great movie, you know, when he put his mind to it, because he visualizes everything. And then you have someone, artist H.R. Geiger, who's always been known for many years to have these unusual paintings and figures that basically, you know, that were created into the alien world. And, you know, they were used. And then, of course, you had Kevin Peter Hall, who basically was the original. Most people don't realize Kevin Peter Hall was the original Alien, who was also the original Predator. God rest his soul; he's no longer with us. And I tell you, he was in also what was it? The Misfits of Science. Anybody look that up one time? You know, Kevin Peter Hall, the man who would be in the Alien and Predator suits, did a superhero TV series way back when, and I'll tell you, that was a good show back then. But this is good to see that Disney is starting to put more emphasis into the movies already since they've taken over Fox. I mean, the others that they're talking about more Planet of the Apes movies and Predator movies they're looking into. The way, from what I told, I haven't seen the Predator movie yet, but from what I understand, the way the ending, they could continue on from there. And I say the same thing. Where are they going to continue on from the Alien one? Are they going to continue on from Covenant? Or are they just going to scrap it and reboot everything? And they have the chance. If they reboot it, fine. Let them reboot it. Maybe that might do some good for them. You know, maybe they'll finally bring these series on there. And for you, those out there who have been criticizing, saying that Disney doesn't do R-rated movies, Alien is an R-rated movie. So basically, they're not going to be able to do a PG-13 movie on this unless they make it into a TV version, which basically then scraps everything. So, comment below. Tell me what you think. Don't forget you can comment on mindsandgab.com. You can like us there as well. Subscribe to us at minds.com and Gab. Also subscribe here on YouTube. It's very important you subscribe. It helps us. We want to hear from you, as we've been hearing. I mean, we've been a little slow the last couple of weeks. My health issue has been, improving. So we're getting back into full action. I've been talking with the other gentlemen as far as the other programming that we've been doing. We are beginning to work on the new American Asylum series that's being done. The Rabbit T. Rabbit series, we're still in discuss the reboots on the Rabbit T. Rabbit series, as far as not reboots, remaster. Before I say anything wrong there, the remastering of Rabbit T. Rabbit. That's still being discussed. We'll see what happens with that. So I think we have one more today. We're going to try to squeeze out one more. That one's probably going to be a long one because that one's going to piss some English people, fans out there of the Prince Harry persuasion. So we'll be back a little bit later today. So check us out. Have a good one.